Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Today's video is something, of course, I need to talk about. Of course, it's about the US and what is going on with the LA fires, California. Like I said, it is not a good situation, but now Africa is involved, and you know how? Because South African firefighters came in and are helping to put down the fire, as well as Latinos have shared videos where white people want to chase away other groups of people from the US, and I've also shared videos of Donald Trump kind of threatening Canada, they are a 51st state, something like that, really demeaning people, and now we are in a time where, guys, sorry about the noise, I'm on the road. And now we're in a time where tables are kind of turning, and then you look at the fact that these people that literally do not want to see, people that look like me in their countries are now needing our help to put down this fire. And they don't even have enough fundings within their fire department, which is kind of crazy, because why is that even so? Why is that so? The fact that Mexicans have to come in and help out, and Canada has to give out their equipments, like the planes that help to put down fire. It shows where America really stands, that whatever they say, trying to boost and act like they are better than anybody else, they are the biggest in the world. Not saying that they are not in some ways, but they kind of forget they depend on other nations as well. And there's a reason why there's connections with countries or different countries, because you never know what can happen. This is a disaster that was not expected, and then here it is, especially the rich, people, like I said in the previous video, people are not really sad about it, because it's the rich that are facing this situation. I mean, it's a different kind of a situation where you just have to be seeing people in pain and you send money and, give donations. And not saying that some of the celebrities don't as well, but facing it and being in that position, that's where it's real. And then these people are facing it, but then still America or Americans really have to understand that they cannot survive on their own. They need other people. But yeah, guys, listen to what people had to say about the situation and what is going on. Really, it's kind of sad, it's really traumatic, but still, this is what people think about it. Come back and let me know what you think about it as well.
So what you're watching right now is a Canadian water bomber that's been deployed to California to help fight the devastating wildfires. And this is a perfect example of what it means to be a trusted ally and why countries have them. Because when devastation happens, your family, your allies show up to help. It's why you shouldn't tear each other down. Anyways, love from Canada.
So now I'm just learning that the Navajo Nation firefighters are also aiding in the LA fires. So we've got Canada, Mexico, the South African Black firefighters, and the Navajo Nations. And we've also got incarcerated folks that are out there as well, putting their life on the line to fight these LA fires. Now think about this demographic of people that have come to aid another nation that is so disrespectful to their cultures, but they're willing to put that aside and listen to their humanity and do what's right.
This is what the news won't show you. Mexican firefighters arrive in Los Angeles to help fight the wildfires. Annie, I'm going to tag her down here. She was the one who posted this. It really warms my heart to see the fact that despite of what's going on politically, Mexico knows that they can help, and they are. Keep in mind, these same people will go back over the border and live their lives, but they're still extending themselves to help us. And not us, as in I live in California, I don't, but just the simple sentiments that we are all still human at the end of the day, and it doesn't matter where we're from, but they will help. Canada has also sent to help with the wildfires. These are things that I think we, as a world, need to see, because the same places that we villainize and where we do things to are the same ones that see California on fire, and they're extending themselves. We are all people at the end of the day. And if we need help, help them. I think that's the sentiments that we should get from this. Despite of whatever's going on, they're still willing to help.
You guys, this is the primary reason why the United States cannot be divided. This is the primary reason. Like, California has experienced one of its greatest disasters in history with these wildfires that just happened. $135 billion worth of damage. I mean, complete communities are gone. Do you know who's going to help rebuild Los Angeles? Is it going to be you? Are you going to come out here, pick up the rebel, and help us rebuild homes, help us restore the roads, help us restore everything that has been lost? $135 billion. How many Americans are willing to leave their home right now and come down to Los Angeles and rebuild Pacific Palisades, Pasadena with the Eaton Fire? We had one in Calabasas. Like, who's ready to come down and remove this rubble, get in their trucks and do everything? And who's ready to do that? Who's ready to fly on it out here? How many Californians can actually leave their jobs right now and assist with rebuilding entire communities? If you're like me, you don't know. But I can tell you who is dependable, who we do depend on, is immigrants. We depend on those people who are not from here for cheap labor to do these tasks that everyday people depend on. But there's people out there that feel like, oh, we don't need them. If we don't need them, we need you. We need you to come on out to Los Angeles and rebuild these entire communities. Because I can tell you something. America has the money, but America don't have the labor. Let me say that again. America has the money, but America does not have the labor. Remember, we're mediocre and lazy, according to Elon Musk. Not we, but you know who he's talking about, are mediocre and lazy. So they're not going to get up and do this work. I done seen where Mexico has helped out Los Angeles in the past. I have seen Ghana has a firefighting team that they dispatched to Canada when they were fighting wildfires. Every other country has alliances with other countries. When it comes to natural disasters, they come together to make things right, to clean stuff up. And that's what America should be about. It should not be fighting, trying to take over Greenland. It should not be trying to take over Canada, trying to attack our allies. That's not what makes this work. But when you get greed mixed with money, mixed with disrespect, mixed with no godly vision, mixed with hate, mixed with giving red meat to their base, mixed with no education, no former experience in any fields, mixed with all of this, you get chaos. You get chaos. But I just asked you some serious questions. Who's going to rebuild Los Angeles? Where are we going to get the labor from? Comment below. If you believe America can do this on its own, tell me how. Who are they going to incentivize? How much should they pay them? And who is going to be willing to do this labor? If it's not immigrants, if we're not going to use any immigrants, we're going to deport all the immigrants out of America, as Trump says, that are illegal and not supposed to be here. If we're going to get rid of all of them, tell me who's going to do this work? What state? Where are these workers coming from? Please let me know. Let me know. How many numbers do you feel it's going to take in order to rebuild Los Angeles' disasters? Put it in the comments. Let me know how much each worker should get paid hourly for this work, and what companies actually are going to pay them that hourly for this work. Because we got a lot of work now out here in Los Angeles, a lot of work. So whoever's looking for a job to rebuild Los Angeles in America, good old American jobs, which Trump is preaching about, talking about, let's see what type of plans he has to incentivize y'all to rebuild Los Angeles. Let's see how much money and legislation he's going to put towards rebuilding California by incentivizing workers here to do it, to do construction, to rebuild these homes, to do all Americans I want to see out there rebuilding Los Angeles, since this is what y'all campaigned for. This is what you voted for. I want all these Republican, led states with all of these MAGA supporters and all of that. I need to see y'all in construction uniforms rebuilding our city. That's exactly what I need to see. Since y'all don't want immigrants here and y'all don't want them in the country and y'all don't want to be partners with anybody else. Y'all don't believe in climate change and all this and that. Now we got a disaster out here. I want y'all asses out here from dawn until dusk rebuilding this city, since y'all fought for these types of jobs.
We have some big news right now. Canada is stepping up and helping with Los Angeles wildfire relief right now, with Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, sending Canadian bombers to douse Los Angeles County areas that are impacted by the fire with water. In a new tweet today, Justin Trudeau writes, quote, "Neighbors helping neighbors." And the reason why is because you literally see a video of a Canadian bomber pouring water over the raging fires in LA County. And this is big news because Canada could have easily turned its back and said, we're not going to help LA County residents during this time. We would rather use the planes for our own benefit. But that's not what's happening here. And despite the constant strife between Canada and the United States in recent weeks between Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau, it looks as though Trudeau is putting aside any personal politics he may have with Trump and assists the United States. I'm sure he's not going to get any praise from Donald Trump for this, but it's important that we recognize it. Comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come soon.
The other thing that really shook people is the fact that insurance companies that, you know, have been taking money from these people, like I understood, like when you buy a house or when you buy certain things in America, they must be insured, right?
Insurance companies in California dropped coverage of homes before the fires. But do you know why? Well, because of California law, they were not allowed to raise premiums to offset the additional risk that they saw coming. Insurance companies, they have to make a profit or they go out of business, and they can't offer service to anyone if they go out of business. So they saw the land mismanagement, definitely the water situation, maybe the politics of some of the government out there, and determined the risk is too high. We can't increase premiums, so we're just going to drop coverage completely. And this is the problem with government price fixing. It often has negative, unforeseen consequences. Unfortunately, the big government folks in California are completely out of touch. They're just going to blame the insurance company, when in reality, it's their policies that caused the insurance company to drop coverage.
Trump gets sentenced today, and nobody cares. You want to know why we don't care? Because nothing's going to happen. You want to know why nothing's going to happen? Because we finally get it. We finally understand what y'all are trying to say. If you are a normal American, you must follow the rules. If you are an American in a seat of power, we'll reassess on a case-by-case basis. Let's also hop on the thing happening with the insurance companies right now in California. What's happening with them right now is a clear case that the rules straight up don't matter. Everyone knows you buy a house, you get insurance. But now a shit ton of these insurance companies who take their payments every month, every quarter, whatever, now these companies don't want to pay out, and now that the time has come for them to actually use the insurance, now they're deciding, oh shit, this is gonna fuck up profits. I don't have to pay out all these different people. Fuck you. So what's happening now is that while a bunch of Americans are suffering in California, they are now finding out in real time that the insurance policies that they've diligently paid for years were kind of pointless. And they're finding all this out all on the same day that the US president, who was impeached twice, got 34 felonies, won once, was extremely hated, so it seemed, and somehow got elected a second time despite all of that, is now going to be slapped on the wrist in a court of law, and that'll be it. And that'll be it. He'll be president in what, 10 days? And that'll be another lesson to the American public that, damn, some people actually don't need to follow the rules. So what is the new goal for all of us in life? To become so great that we can actually bend the rules ourselves? They do say this is the land of opportunity, and if you can become powerful enough, there are things you can do to skirt the rules. In the case of these insurance companies, I saw the funniest post yesterday. You tell someone to do something, they do it, and then you switch up the rules on them, and you all wonder why the US is in eat the rich mode now. Once again, Trump is getting sentenced today, and nothing is going to fucking happen. Happy New Year, another day from the land of democracy. Let's fucking go.
It is of no surprise to me that Donald Trump's sentence was not getting a sentence at all. I figured that he was going to get a slap on the wrist way before the trial even began. 34-count felon, a rapist, a thief, he was impeached once and elected twice. This further proves that we have said multiple times that you can get away with anything. Absolutely anything at all, as long as you hold a seat in power. And unironically, there are a large handful of individuals that we share the same planet with that do not believe in these hoax or theories, if you will. There are mindless sheeps who continues to support the rich because they believe that the rich can save them, but the rich is the reason why they are where they are today. Money, power, and status is what gets you to the top of the rank, gives you protection and leeway to escape sudden disasters. If you think about it, America has the exact same system the Roman empires had back then. Democracy, presidents, leaders, dukes, owners, slavers, scammers, the list goes on. The Romans was very well acquainted with the system of insurance. This isn't nothing new. Get the people, the average common folks, and even the poor to pay them a certain amount every month or every year, and in return, when you need it most, we'll give it to you. But that barely happens. Whenever these dukes, CEOs, and protectors have to pay their portion to the people that need it most, they either 1, ignore them and never pay at all, or 2, they them. Just think about it. If they're unalive, then there is no reason for them to pay anybody. It's the exact same way today, but a little more modernistic. They are using the power and status and protection from the government to not being able to pay anything at all. The rest of us, average and common folk, have to follow these rules every single day, while the top 5%, anybody with money, power, fame, etc., or with a seat of power, do not have to follow these rules. They only care about a select individuals who they consider important or they benefit from. Exhibit A with Luigi unaliving the CEO, and they literally started a manhunt to catch this guy. They used every resource in the book to make sure they apprehend this man, and they made sure that they condemned this man to death. Not only that, but they went the extra mile to label him as a terrorist. It's like the 1600s all over again. When a man does something horribly wrong, they will make sure they take him out in front of the whole town to see. Let this be a lesson to anyone who rise against us, is what they probably said. After the gargantuan and catastrophic fire in Los Angeles, these CEOs, these insurance companies, made absolutely sure they not only canceled the fire insurance that these people has been paying for years, but also they canceled these people's insurance altogether. These insurance companies understood they had to pay a prodigious amount of money to all the millions of LA citizens that lost their homes, their cars, and whatever properties they owned. This is the last option they wanted to do because they knew this was going to eat up profits tremendously. They don't care about the American people. They were worried about their stockholders, their investors, multi-billions of dollars they were bringing in every year. They didn't want to do any of that, so they started canceling not only people's fire insurance, but their insurance entirely. So that way, when somebody tries to file, they can get any of that money they've been paying every single month for God knows how many years. And people have the audacity to wonder why Luigi did what he did. Huh! And they be asking me why I want to leave America. Bitch, anywhere's better than here, and that's the truth. Another win for democracy. Make America great again, my fucking ass.
So you really ask yourself, like, did these people know that this thing is gonna happen and they were pulling away from, doing their job and don't want to pay people? Because, these insurance companies, are given money almost a long time or a lifetime. And then you want to tell me that you now don't want to, work on these people that have gone through this situation? Your policies don't work anymore now? And it's really crazy. Also, what is crazy, guys, this situation is really bringing out a lot of things. Black people are being accused of stealing, and people are so fed up with it. They're like, can white people just stop putting black faces in anything negative just for them to feel good about themselves?
I am tired of people speaking negatively about the black community. I'm tired of seeing fake headlines painting black people in a bad light to get some attention. I'm tired of people justifying their racism and hatred and diverting it to black people who, for the most part, mind their own business and positively contribute to society. Black people are net positive to any community that gets the pleasure of being around them. Most black men and women are very upstanding individuals. Do you know the level of discipline most black families have to go through just to try to fit into America from back in the day? It doesn't matter how hard we try, how much we contribute, what we do, everything we accomplish, what we invent. No matter what, it still comes back down to this weird focus and obsession with hating black people. And I don't get it. This video is in response to the looting headlines circling LA. They're saying that looting is occurring in LA while these fires are going on. I'm sure there is. However, the only video that came out was a bunch of black people in a house moving stuff out of the house with fire trucks and policemen all around the house. So you truly believe that these people are robbing a house right in front of policemen and firemen? So the neighborhood is too nice. It can't be their house they're moving their stuff out of, very calmly, walking very slowly. What is this weird societal obsession with taking all your rage and hatred out on the black community? I don't understand it. We have put up with this all of our lives and it still continues today. It doesn't matter how successful we get. It doesn't matter how much we contribute. These are the same headlines that I saw as a kid that made me not want to be black because I was taught by America to hate myself because black people are bad. Is the black community that profitable at the expense of how the world views them? Skit coming soon. And guess what? If people are looting and some of them happen to be black, they're bad people, not bad black people. Let's get that straight.
Yes, we know the fire is happening, and of course there's looters, there's people that would want to take advantage, but why put black people's face now that they are the ones looting? Make it make sense. That really also pissed me off. They are trying to pin something still on black people for them to not just be the only ones in pain or kind of in a situation right now. Make it make sense, guys. This really got to me. That's wild. That's freaking wild. So this is going to all the white people that literally thought they can survive without other nations, because you never expected this. Like, you are chasing away the Mexicans, the Latinos, the Africans, like these other groups of people, and yet they are the ones coming in to rescue you in this situation, because it is unavoidable and you don't have enough labor to do that. So this is why people like Elon Musk come on saying that you guys, why people need other people to be coming in with skills, because you don't have the skills, or you do not have enough skills, and it pisses you off. But this situation is actually showing you the reality of what is going on. Like, you guys need to stop with the entitlement and always look into your history and understand that your nations were built on the backs of other people of color, especially black people. So also me seeing like South Africans coming in, it's like really a sign to show that it's like mostly these Western, people that have this hate onto other groups of people to show how powerful they are, but still cannot even, sometimes or most times do things without the help of black people, people of color. Like, that is the reality. If you don't get sense in this situation as a white person, you have a problem. But yeah, guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. Really crazy. Still, I send love to everyone that is facing this, situation. It's not just the celebrities or the rich people. There's also other people that are not talked about, that are not famous, that are not rich, that are also going through this. So I just want to send love to them, mostly, that things will get better. It always does. It's not easy, but it always gets better. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I'll see you in another video. Bye.